Good morning, good afternoon, good night to the citizens of Atheist Republic from wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, this is the Atheist Republic on YouTube. Hop over to YouTube as well so you could watch us there live next time we go live. Today we're going to talk about the struggle between Armenia and Azerbaijan and what does Turkey, Iran, or Israel or anyone else has to do anything with it. If you're not watching this live, make sure you hop over to Atheist Republic's YouTube channel from wherever you're watching this, or Twitch. Twitch is good as well. And make sure you hit the notification bell on YouTube for not just subscribe to Atheist Republic on YouTube, but also hit the notification bell, because if you don't hit the notification bell, you're not going to see when we go live, so you're not going to be here live with us, like everybody here in the live chat. Oh, look at this on Facebook. We always have people on Facebook. AGA saying audio is great. So is saying audio is great. Amoeba just joined us as a new member. Thank you so much, Amoeba. Anyways, let's jump right into it. I can't speak. Anyways, because if I keep talking about the live chat, some people are like, Armin, why didn't you start earlier? Fine, I'm going to get right into it, okay? By the way, before I show you some analysis, let me show you this video of when I saw this video. By the way, for anybody who's like, oh, Al Jazeera is biased, Al Jazeera is biased. Yeah, okay, I know they're biased. If we notice any bias, we're gonna address the bias. But to be honest, they do the best review videos, okay? They do the best short review videos. So I don't know if you're triggered by Al Jazeera. I don't care. If they're biased, we address the bias when we see it, okay? I have two videos from Al Jazeera, one from this other channel. But let me just show you how crappy things have gotten with this struggle. Like, okay, this conflict. Look at this. Okay, I've never seen anything like, man, I don't understand like modern weaponry and stuff like that. I don't know my weapons. I'm sorry if you wanted a weapons expert. This is not the right channel for you. But when I saw this video, I was like, okay, what the hell is happening? Like, we have this is like, is this like a curse by, is this human-made weaponry, or is this just cursed by God? Okay, so you're looking at this neighborhood, right? You watch it. So this is, I can never say the English version of this properly. Nagorno-Karabakh, Nagorno-Karabakh. Okay, so this is there. Okay, this is the area with the conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia. This is over there. Okay. So you're looking at this peaceful neighborhood. You see everything is quiet. Okay, just watch, see what happens. Okay, this is kind of this genuinely scared me when I watched this. Okay, hold on. Look at it. Wait for it.
The siren wails, and seconds later, the first of several cluster bomb strikes rips down the street. Each a collection of mini explosions, saturating the air with killer shrapnel.
Do you know why this is so scary? This is not like one explosion, like in a corner or something. You see, then it keeps coming, and then comes the second wave comes. These are small little shrapnels all over the neighborhood. To me, that is so much scarier than just a boom in one corner. I don't know why, but it's just imagining like it's just coming from the sky, but it's like covering the entire area in small little shrapnels. Like, there's nowhere in this area that you could be that, like, look, if you look at the cars, like after, like there's little holes in every corner. You know what I mean? Like, there's nowhere safe. I don't know. This is like really, I don't know why, but this scares me more than just a giant boom in a corner. Because if I see a giant boom in a corner, I would be like, well, maybe I was in that other corner, and I didn't get that. I didn't get the giant boom, right? But then when I see like little shrapnels raining on this entire neighborhood, and you don't see like a massive explosion, but honestly, that is a lot scarier to me. Watch this one more time. Like, see, like everything is quiet. Like, hold on, watch it. So first of all, it's very interesting because first you see the giant boom like it's somewhere else, like it comes later, right? So you see everything shakes, but then the hellfire comes a little bit later. Hold on, watch one more time.
The siren wails.
That was the first wave. By the way, the siren wails was like not very late. Like, This is not going to help you. Look, the siren is supposed to make you run away and get shelter. But look at how much time you had before the siren, okay? Look, yeah, this is not enough warning. So it was like quiet. So there's no siren. And then there's siren. Look, this is the amount of time you get. Run, get cover. And look.
The siren
First wave.
wails, and seconds later, the first of
Seconds later after the siren. So yep, if you didn't get inside in time, you have holes all over your body right now.
several cluster bomb strikes rips down the street.
Here's the second wave.
Each a collection of mini explosions, saturating the air with killer shrapnel.
Second wave. Yeah, that is scary as fuck. Man, that is so scary. I don't know. I was shooken. I was shook. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, let's look at what's before. So first, we're gonna go through a summary of what's happening there, and then we're gonna talk more about the culture and the religion and the geopolitics at play, and why, for the first time, I mean not for the first time, but for the first time in my life, I saw Israel and Iran taking the same side. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think I would see that in my lifetime. But okay, I guess this is 2020 is weird. 2020 is bizarre. And now Israel and Iran are on the same side of a conflict. Let's see how that managed to happen. Right? How did it happen? Terrell is saying cluster bombs are designed to cause maximum casualties. It is a weapon designed to wipe out moving infantry on the ground. Yeah. However, the video that we just watched there was no moving infantry there, and it was done in a civilian neighborhood, right? So that was like, yeah, moving infantry. Yeah, I know it was designed for that, but like the war crimes on both sides, and it's just crazy. Yeah. Anyways, humans have come up with such intensive ways of killing each other. It's slightly depressing. I would say a little bit more than slightly, but okay. Yeah, I know what you mean though, Luke. Anyways, let's look at the summary.
Let's talk about a mountain territory that people are killing each other over. It's called Nagorno-Karabakh, and the fights between Armenia and Azerbaijan.
A flare-up of one of the world's oldest conflicts is raising fears of all-out war.
Oldest conflicts, that's an exaggeration. It's a pretty old conflict, but it's not one of the world's oldest conflicts. You know how many, like, oldest... Yeah, not that oldest conflict. I'm pretty sure the war between Arabs and Persians is older. Okay, what else older than that? Yeah, that's older. There's many older, like oldest? No, that's not old.
Soldiers and civilians are being killed.
Life has moved underground in Stepanakert.
Once the machine of war has started, it gets incredibly dangerous. These two sides have very long-range weapons.
So why are they fighting? How long has it been going on for? And why are countries like Turkey involved?
I mean, why Turkey is involved is the easiest answer. Why Israel is involved, that gets interesting.
The first shots were fired in July before all-out war broke out at the end of September. It's been the worst fighting there in 25 years, but the grievances go back generations. At the heart of the dispute is a region called Nagorno-Karabakh, and here it is in a crowded neighborhood known as the South Caucasus.
Okay, see, people tell me not to pause that often, but it's hard because I need to look at this map, right? So you guys see, this is Armenia, this is Azerbaijan. You see, this is the area they're fighting over, okay? Nagorno-Karabakh. And Iran shares borders with both Armenia and Azerbaijan. This Nagorno-Karabakh area, this is mostly Armenian here. So Armenia is here, but a lot of the demographic of this yellow part is mostly Armenian. So Armenia is like, yeah, that's ours. How come that's part of Azerbaijan? And the reason why that's part of Azerbaijan has a lot to do with Stalin. Stalin gets involved. But Azerbaijan is like, no, this is ours. Armenia is like, no, this is ours. So you can see Iran shares a border with both countries, so Iran is obviously going to be involved. You can see the Caspian Sea. By the way, the Caspian Sea is not a sea. You can see Russia is obviously going to be involved. It shares a border, but let's be honest, Russia would have been involved even if it didn't share a border. Turkey does not share a border with Armenia, but does not share a border with Azerbaijan, but it considers Azerbaijani people their people because they share culture and language and ethnicity and all. There's a lot of ties, and they call that like these are our people, right? And they have secret dreams of one day Azerbaijan being part of Turkey, part like bring back the Ottoman Empire. Like Turkey is like becoming like this whole is acting like Turkey is recently acting like Iran when it comes to the empire building agenda it has over the region. Like, hey, let's bring back the Ottoman Empire. Let's get involved everywhere beyond our borders. So this is just part of that game now with Turkey. Like this whole nationalist, like we're strong, we're gonna go take over, and we're gonna be like influential, and we're gonna be like the mighty Ottomans again. Not Turkey, the mighty Ottomans. We're gonna bring them back. Iran has been doing that for a while now, and Turkey is now following Iran's model, but the Sunni version. Iran is playing that game in the Shia version. Turkey is like, we could do the same thing, but Sunni. Like Saudi Arabia failed when it comes to spreading their influence around the region, so we will be the leaders of the Sunni world. We'll better at that, right? We're even, yeah. Anyways, so Turkey is doing that, but Azerbaijan is like a place. It's very interesting because both the Ottoman Empire and the Ottoman Empire, which is like Turkey is like modeling itself based on, used to own Azerbaijan for a brief period, and Iran's Safavid Empire also owned Azerbaijan for I think a longer period. So both Iran and Turkey think like, yeah, that's our land. This Azerbaijan area is our land. So these are our people. And it's interesting because Azerbaijan shares, when it comes to ethnicity and language and culture, the Azerbaijan area is a lot closer to Turkey. But when it comes to religion, Azerbaijan is a lot closer to Iran because Azerbaijan is mostly Shia. I mean, Turkey and Iran are both Muslim, but Turkey is mostly Sunni, Iran is mostly Shia, and Azerbaijan is mostly Shia. So this is like a struggle between like ethnicities, cultures, geopolitics, religion. There's a whole thing going on here, right? And Armenia is very Christian, which makes it bizarre because Armenia doesn't have that many allies in this conflict. Armenia doesn't seem to have many allies in the conflict, even though they're Christians, and Azerbaijanis are the Muslims. Like Israel is backing the Muslims again instead of the Christians. Iran is backing the Azerbaijanis, even though everybody is like, this is odd, okay? Because Iranians are famous for being unfair to the Azeris, right? Because there's a lot of Azeri separatist groups in Iran which want independence from Iran to join Azerbaijan one day, and Iran wants to crush them down. But now they're supporting Azerbaijan. It's weird that Turkey, actually, the only thing that is not weird about it is Turkey supporting Azerbaijan. Israel is supporting Azerbaijan, so Israel is supporting what? The Muslims over the Christians. Bizarre, right? Like that's weird. But again, we'll talk about it. Oh, who else is supporting Azerbaijan? Everybody's supporting Azerbaijan. So Armenia seems pretty lonely. It's very interesting because Armenians have been always seen as the victims, like, given the Armenian genocide by the Turks. Like people are like, oh, the Armenian genocide. And now when the Turks are now attacking Armenians, now everybody's backing the Turks. Okay, one thing, even though Azerbaijan has been the aggressor here, like Azerbaijanis, they started it. This recent one, they started it. They kind of pretend like they didn't start it. They're like, oh, we just preemptively attacked because we saw something coming. We saw it coming. We knew something was going to happen, so we attacked. So we didn't start it. Armenia started. Like, you guys shot the first missile. So Azerbaijan is the aggressors here. So, but I think it's fair to say that. But it's not fair to say, to bring back the history of the Armenian genocide to accuse Azerbaijan for that, because Azerbaijan had nothing to do with the Armenian genocide. That was like the Ottoman Empire, It was like the current Turkey. And I don't think Azerbaijan was even part of the Ottoman Empire when the Armenian genocide happened. So anybody who wants to use the Armenian genocide in this narrative between Armenia and Azerbaijan, yeah, you could blame Turkey for that, for denying that genocide, but you can't blame Azerbaijan for any of that. Anyways, that was a quick thing. Well, Luke is saying, isn't Turkey too secular to really create a Sunni? No, Turkey is not too secular. Turkey is like betraying. You guys need to follow Atheist Republic more often, because if you were following Atheist Republic earlier, you know that Turkey is more and more betraying its secular values and going to more towards an Islamist direction, more and more under Erdogan. So just like India, Turkey is betraying its secular foundation. So unfortunate. This means like people like us, secular activists, have a lot more to do. Like globally, we have a lot more work to be done. Hey, support us. Patreon, link in the description. Support our activism. British Pakistani is saying, to be fair though, most Azeris are nominally Shia. Most people in the capital, Baku, do not even no, okay, I think you're saying that know the very basics of Islam. Most of them don't even know how to pray. Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about Iran, though. Most Iranians don't even know they know how to pray. They don't want to pray, though. Most people in Iran also. Iran is like considered like it's the center of Shia Islam, and most Iranians have no idea much about Shia Islam. Yeah, okay, but I know, but I'm arguing like, yeah, so you could argue that Iran is run by a Shia theocracy and Azerbaijan isn't, but Azerbaijan is run by like they're full-on authoritarian, unlike Armenia, which is weird that Israel is supporting the authoritarian sides rather than the more democratic, secular type. But it's not a Shia theocracy, but has that ever stopped Iran from using the demographics of the Shia demographics of the people on the ground to support the side? Like, it's just an excuse, right? Like, Iran goes and finds the way that it tries to increase its influence of its Shia crescent and, its Shia empire, or whatever you want to call it, is based on demographics of the people on the ground. Whether people are practicing or not is irrelevant to the theocrats in Tehran. British Pakistani atheist is saying Azerbaijan is far closer to Turkey than Iran. Yep, due to them both belonging to the ethnically Turkic group. That's what I said. They don't have much loyalty to Shia Islam. Yeah, in fact, it's very interesting because Armenians have a lot closer ties to Iranian people, but Iran has now picked the Azerbaijan sides on this. Like that's true. So that's why when this conflict started, it was bizarre for Iran to pick the Azerbaijani side in this conflict, to support the Azerbaijani side, especially given that Azerbaijan has close ties to Israel. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. Let's get into it, okay? Yeah, Azerbaijan is considerably more secular than Turkey. Yeah, but I was comparing it to Armenia, so that's debatable. Sajib is saying, I heard Azerbaijan is very secular and people are not very religious. What's the deal with the Shia Islam? Can you make it? Oh, yeah, okay. Guys, I already explained myself. Azerbaijan it could be secular, but it's not very democratic, okay? But anyways, let's get into the video. Yeah, see, British Pakistani atheist agrees with me. Yeah, he's a full-on dictator and looks like one with that dodgy mustache. Yeah, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to be a theocracy to be authoritarian, okay? And Azerbaijan is an example of that. Anyways, let's watch the rest of the video.
As the South Caucasus, Nagorno-Karabakh lies entirely within Azerbaijan's borders. It's internationally recognized as being part of the country, full stop. Here's the thing, it's controlled by ethnic Armenians, backed by Armenia. And surrounding Nagorno-Karabakh are lands that Armenia controls. The UN calls it an occupation. Then you've got all the big neighbors, like Iran, which borders both. Turkey, it's long been an ally of Azerbaijan.
Okay, this graph is misleading because you put Iran as the neighbor of both, and then you put Turkey here, and you're connecting Azerbaijan to Turkey. Yeah, I understand they're allies, but because you said they're neighbors of both, this is confusing because Turkey is not a neighbor of Azerbaijan. Turkey is a neighbor of Armenia, right? I have that right? This is a confusing graph. Is it ties or is it neighbors? You just said neighbors and you put Iran. Okay.
And then there's Russia. It supplies weapons to both Armenia and Azerbaijan. We'll get into all the geopolitics later, but first,
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on Shia and Islam. Just make the comments on this live stream about the topic at hand. I will. I am gonna make a video on almost everything. Jesus Christ.
here's what Nagorno-Karabakh looks like. It makes up
This is Nagorno-Karabakh. I wanna go there. Look, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I wanna go.
looks like.
Oh, hold on. Let me actually.
Weapons to both Armenia and Azerbaijan. We'll get into all the geopolitics later, but first, here's what Nagorno-Karabakh looks like. It makes up 5% of Azeri territory, but almost twice that much land around it is controlled by Armenian forces. About 150,000 people live here. It holds its own elections and governs itself. But right now, it's a war zone. Many people are living in their basements because of the shelling, and local officials say half the people who live there have been forced to leave.
Every time you forget how destructive weapons of war are, you don't have to wait until you're reminded again by something.
The thing about this region is that it's been fought over for a long time. Iran had control in the mid-18th century, then the Russians took over. The British and the Ottomans were in there too.
Yeah, the Ottoman Empire and the Safavid Empire were playing, like for a while they were like taking and re-grabbing. Yeah, Safavid Empire and Ottoman Empire were at wars with each other, and they keep, I think the Ottoman Empire just managed to get Azerbaijan from the Iran briefly.
But a key date in all of this is
So it was the Safavid Empire, which is from Iran. It owned it for a while. The Ottoman Empire took it for a while, and then it went back to the Safavid Empire, and then the Russians came, and the Russians took it, and then they got independence. Did I get that right?
1920.
1920.
That's when Armenia and Azerbaijan went to war over Nagorno-Karabakh. And Azerbaijan, backed by Russia, got control. A year later, it was promised to the Armenians, but Stalin turned around and made sure Azerbaijan held on to it.
Yeah, so it was promised to the Armenians, but Stalin was like, nope, Azerbaijan gets to keep this part. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories on why he did that. But one of I think the most popular, I think, don't quote me on this. The most popular one is that he just wanted to make sure there is conflict there and there's some excuses to get back in, right? So you're like, hey, this part that is mostly Armenian, let's not give it to Armenia. Let's give it to Azerbaijan. So these people keep fighting. So I have excuses to get back involved if I need to. Interesting. Divide and conquer.
By 1988, the Soviet...
Oh, here's a comment by a member. By the way, guys, if you're a member, I try to pay attention. Again, so British Pakistani atheists are saying, yeah, Armenia does not just control Nagorno-Karabakh, it also controls the area surrounding it, which includes a number of Azeri majority villages. Yep, and Azerbaijan likes to keep reminding everybody about that. Well, I mean, yeah, Armin doesn't this situation perfectly highlight the problems of tribalism? I mean, doesn't every war British Pakistani atheists?
Union was crumbling, and the Armenian...
Hold on, let's go back a little bit. God damn it. I promised somebody to pause this often, but it's hard for me to do that.
Azerbaijan held on to it. By 1988, the Soviet Union was crumbling, and the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh took advantage of the power vacuum and voted to join Armenia. So when the Soviet Union finally fell apart in 1991, so did whatever was left of peace in the South Caucasus.
What the collapse of the Soviet Union did was then to militarize this conflict. Both sides suddenly got much bigger weapons.
1992 was when the fighting really intensified.
Okay, I every time I see stuff like this and I'm learning stuff like this, I always like, why, like, I was alive. Why was nobody telling us that this stuff was happening when I was alive?
Right after Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh declared independence, both sides accuse each other of atrocities. Tens of thousands of local Azeris and Armenians were killed. 1 million people had to leave their homes. In the end, the Armenians pushed Azerbaijan's forces out of Nagorno.
Okay, this confuses me, okay? Like, whenever people are shooting at you, look at this. Then you put your head, Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not gonna help you dodge any bullets. Look at this guy, that with the shirtless guy. Like he's like the bullets are coming. Look at this.
In the end, the Armenians
yeah, like when a bullet is coming at you, right? And you go like what do you think it's gonna like? Is this the Matrix? Like what do you think? Like you think the bullets came at you and you just went like this and you dodged the bullet like that? I don't understand that mentality. Be like,
pushed Azerbaijan's forces out of Nagorno-Karabakh, seized territories around it, and it all finally ended in a ceasefire in 1994. That ceasefire has been ignored by both.
So all the celebration was for nothing. People are like, yay, ceasefire, dance, celebration, party, ceasefire. And then she like just ruined it right
finally ended in a ceasefire in 1994.
Yay, happy, no more war. And then she says,
that ceasefire has been ignored.
Great.
By both Armenia and Azerbaijan over the years. And the sense of injustice over what happened in that war, the killings and mass displacement, hasn't gone away.
This conflict has always been kind of put on the back burner. There's always the danger of some terrible incident causing a new escalation, in which case things could get totally out of control given the huge amount of weaponry we have on both sides.
Okay, here's the theory of why this is happening now, okay? Are you guys ready? Okay, it's not a theory, it's a hypothesis. I have zero evidence for why this is happening right now. This is just a guess. Take it for a grain of salt. There's no leaks, no evidence that this is why this is happening right now. Do you guys want to guess with me why this is happening right now? Anybody in the live chat? You guys are commenting. Okay. Anybody in the live chat? Okay, I'm gonna look here. I want to know. LOL, tell me. Okay, but you guys are not gonna guess. Okay, fine. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. U.S. elections. Distraction. This is the best time to do this. So that they were waiting for the world to be distracted and for the U.S. to be busy with something else, and not be able to use this conflict as a way to get involved. I think they were waiting for the U.S. elections. Again, I don't know. I'm guessing because everybody is looking, like people are looking over there, and the U.S., the world superpower, is like busy with, getting involved in another armed conflict right before an election might not be a good idea. So while everybody's looking there and while the U.S. population is focusing on the elections, so the politicians over there are not going to get involved in something else right now because they're focusing on winning or losing the way it looks. I think that's why. I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, you guys agree? You're saying wait. Oh, so speculation. Yeah, it's a speculation. I'm not saying, so don't believe me. British Pakistani atheist saying, yeah, it was perfect timing. Okay, so British Pakistani atheist agrees with me. AJ saying, crap always goes down when the U.S. is having an election. Wouldn't the U.S. be more active now to get nationalist vote? Nationalist vote? Nationalists in the United States want the U.S. outside of focusing on the nation, on the U.S. Yeah, exactly. So they are taking advantage of the U.S. being distracted. That's what I think. I'm not sure, but that's my guess. I mean, even when it comes to media coverage, right? Look at this would have gotten a lot more media coverage if it wasn't during U.S. election season.
Now, both sides are tapping into that anger. It's full-scale war.
Wow, was that a tank was that just like a tank just got wiped? Okay, did this tank just shoot something or it just got eliminated? I can't tell the difference. Sorry, I'm not experienced in war weaponry. So this tank either just shot something or it just got wiped out. Yeah, it looks like I think based on my expertise, I think it was just wiped out. condolences to everybody inside.
It's full-scale war all over again. Trenches, tanks, air attacks.
Air raid sirens wailed across this city as a barrage of rockets and mortars rained down.
Azeri forces have been attacking Nagorno-Karabakh's main city, Stepanakert. Armenian men there have been signing up to fight back. Exact numbers are next to impossible to come by, but soldiers and civilians on both sides have been killed. Armenian forces have been attacking Azerbaijan.
Whoa, guys, look at this. Imagine just walking down the street and this happens. Look at this. You're just walking down your neighborhood. Hold on, look at this.
Armenian forces
Look, you see this? Everybody's just driving, shopping around, and then look over here, okay? God damn it, man.
have been attacking Azerbaijan too.
Do you see all the windows around also got shattered? Hold on.
Forces have been attacking
Whoa.
Azerbaijan too. The border city of Ganja has been among the hardest hit.
Look at this. Look at this hole here. God damn. Look at the aftermath. It's just like... Wow, look at this. Crazy.
The second rocket hits the other street, and there are also 2 other wounded people over there.
Oh my god, look at this guy. Look at this guy. First responder. He's like... he's just had enough. Look at us. Look at his face. You can see the summary of what's happening on his face. God, look at these people.
So how and why did the fighting start up again? The answer depends entirely on who you ask.
Okay, no, the answer does not depend on who you ask. There's a right answer and there's a wrong answer. You could see, like, we don't know who has the right answer, but you can't say the answer. Okay, no, actually, it's fine. Because she didn't say the right answer. The answer depends. Oh, no, I'm going to be okay. Yeah, it's fine. She said the answer. She didn't say the right answer. Okay. I'm not going to be as judgmental. Hold on.
So how and why did the fighting start up again? The answer depends entirely on who you ask.
Okay, fair point. I was being overly critical. She didn't say the right answer. Depends on who you ask.
Armenia says Azerbaijan attacked first. Azerbaijan says it acted in self-defense. What's clear is that it's not exactly an even fight. Our colleagues at AJ Labs put together these infographics to show just how much more Azerbaijan spends on its military, how many more soldiers it has, and how much more artillery.
Oh my god. Okay, this is war propaganda. But before we go there, here, look at this. Azerbaijan has a lot more money to spend on the military, probably because they have oil money. But they also have more support. There are more countries supporting Azerbaijan. Like, yeah, like even though they have, like, Armenia is like the underdog. It's, like, isn't this bizarre? Like, Armenia is like the Christian side and Azerbaijan is like the Muslim side. You would think, like, yeah, I'm not saying that should be a thing. It just goes against everything that people just assume if they didn't know anything. More countries are supporting Azerbaijan, and Azerbaijan has a lot more military spending. And Armenia is like, again, I'm not saying Armenia is not doing everything. Armenia is doing a whole bunch. Armenia, I'm not defending any side, okay? Because both of these sides have been coming down on civilians on the other side pretty heavily, okay? So, screw both of them. Like, Azerbaijan has been, bombing civilians in Armenia, and Armenia has been bombing civilians in Azerbaijan. So both of these governments could go screw themselves.
Artillery. And the Azeris have been showing it off. This is an actual music video released by the Azeri military. The Armenians are rallying their people.
This is pure nationalism. God damn it. And like this kind of like, alpha male nationalism, we're strong, screw our enemy kind of is so dangerous, guys. This is the stuff of nightmares. This is how you this kind of stuff is how you get average civilians cheer on the death of other civilians because of power, because of strength, because of us against them. This is tribalism at display. This is people satisfying the desire to be the winners at the expense of other people's blood. This is like, god damn it, man. This is the stuff of nightmare. Like, people see this and their dicks get hard, whether they're male or female, their dicks gets hard over this, and they're just like, when I see this stuff, like, I feel like people like, you know, this scares me. This stuff scares me because I know the desires that are being satisfied here comes at the expense of other people's bloods. Yeah, bloodlust. Oof. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, the other guy looks shell-shocked. Yeah, you're right. The music video is lit. Yeah, and that's a problem. That's scary. Here, British Pakistani atheist is saying the end result of the dehumanization process is my profile pic. It's hard to see what it is in there. Ex-Muslim Uzbek is saying, I thought more countries were supportive of Armenia, rightfully so. Even Iran is on Armenia's side. Traditionally, not here. Iran is usually on Armenia's side. Right now it's on Azerbaijan's side, which is weird because Azeris are Shias. Only Turkey is on Azeri's side. No, I thought, nope. Right now, Israel is supporting Azerbaijan. Iran is supporting Azerbaijan, which was weird. Israel is supporting Azerbaijan, which is the Shia side. So yeah, this is what ex-Muslim Uzbek. If you didn't know much about this conflict, this is what you're saying is what usually people would expect. But that's not how it's playing out right now. Like, who's Armenia's ally in this conflict? Like, who? Is it like Russia? But Russia is selling weapons to both sides. Like, I mean, yeah, it's technically it's Russia. Russia is on Armenia's side, but Azerbaijan is getting Israel, Iran, Turkey, and USA is like MIA. USA is busy with elections, which works perfectly for this conflict. Anyways, let's continue.
And the Azeris have been showing it off. This is an actual music video released by the Azeri military. The Armenians are rallying their people too. But what's making this particular fight different from all the other skirmishes is that other countries are getting involved in a big way.
So you guys are rightfully saying Iran and Russia supports on both sides, and you're saying Russia backs both Azerbaijan and Israel too. Yeah, but the thing is that Iran has ties with both, Russia has ties with both, Israel has ties with both, but in this conflict, they're leaning more. Russia is leaning more towards Armenia, and Iran and Israel are leaning more towards Azerbaijan, which could change. Oh wow! The Sunni dictator is speaking. Everybody's listen. Sunni theocracy.
Big way.
The symbol of Sunni theocracy, the Ottoman emperor is speaking. Oh my god, this guy. I hate this guy so much. I hate Erdogan so much. Okay, he's saying, we stand by our Azeri brothers in their fight to liberate their occupied lands. Oh my god, this guy. We stand by... Okay. And protect their homeland. This guy, every time he there's no conflict around this region that happens that this mofo doesn't want to get involved with.
yanlarında olduğu
I mean, the same thing is true about Islamic Republic of Iran.
umuzu belirtmek istiyorum.
And particularly, yay, more involvement outside of our borders. Great, more excuses. I wish there were more conflicts around Turkey so that we could spread our influence everywhere.
Part of Turkey's connection to Azerbaijan is cultural. The Azeris are a Turkic-speaking people.
Yeah, so see, Turkic speaking culture, ethnicity, language makes the tie. I know Azeris are Shia, but the tie between Azerbaijan and Turkey is a lot stronger than Azerbaijan and Iran, especially because Iran has a separatist movement happening in its own province. And guess what? Guys, guess what is the name of the province in Iran that has a Turkish separatist movement in it? Anybody wants to guess? Anybody wants to guess? It's called Azerbaijan! Okay? And whoever came up with that name was not very smart, because that encourages it, like, hey, this country is Azerbaijan. We're Azerbaijan. We're living under a theocracy and we want out. Maybe we should be part of Azerbaijan. I mean, we're Azeris, they're Azeris. Let's be Azeris together, right? So this is why Iran doesn't have a good relationship with its Azeri separatist movement, even though they pretend that they do. And the Azeris in Azerbaijan, the people in Azerbaijan, they have some sympathy towards Azerbaijani people in Iran, right? And this complicates the relationship between Iran and Azerbaijan. Again, every time I say Iran, I'm talking about the Iranian government. I'm not talking about the people. Please just know that. It's hard every time to say Islamic Republic of Iran. And that's why it was surprising to even some Iranians for the Islamic Republic to take, and especially because Armenian has good relationship with Iran. So it was surprising for a lot of people in this specific conflict for all of a sudden Iran governments to take the Azeri side, especially because it's on the same side of Israel. Okay, but why is Israel taking the Azeri side right now? Do you guys want to guess? You guys want to guess? I mean, there's guess. I mean, my guess is just a guess, by the way. Why is Israel taking the Muslim side rather than the Christian side? Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys guess, but we're gonna mention this on the second video. Land? No. Israel doesn't have any. Israel is all the way over there. What land do they want over here in Azerbaijan? Israel doesn't have any expansionist motivations all the way in Azerbaijan.
Call ourselves one.
Okay, here's the official spokesperson for Turkey for presidential. This guy, I saw this interview of the full version of it, but he's saying we call ourselves. Look at this. Oof. If this is not expansionism, if this is not government interference outside of, if this is not empire building agenda, I don't know what is, right? Look at this. This is Turkey speaking. This is look at the Trump decoration behind them. Everything is goddamn gold. This is officially Turkey's statement. Okay? It doesn't get more official than this. We call ourselves one nation, two states. One nation, two states. This is Turkey's government officially saying, this is their official position, that Azerbaijan and Turkey are one nation. I mean, I thought the Iranian government was bold with their assertions when it comes to having influence outside of their borders. I mean, to the world, the Iranian government says like, oh no, we're just helping our allies. But at least at home they say like, yeah, we're controlling Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Lebanon. They brag about it. They brag about it. But they haven't yet said, I mean, they dream about this, but they haven't yet openly even said internally that, yeah, Lebanon is part of Iran. It was part of Iran's previous empire. So we're going to take it back. I mean, they say it, that they think that secretly, but they haven't openly admitted that yet. They don't say Lebanon is part of Iran. They want that to be. They don't say Iraq is part of Iran. That's their agenda. They don't say Yemen is part of Iran. They don't say Syria is part of Iran. But they jack off thinking about the day that all of this is going to come back to the Iranian Empire. They think about that, and they let the people who want that, they let them keep repeating that, okay? But they never officially came out and say something like this. But Turkey is like the spokesman is coming out and saying, yeah, we ourselves are one nation, two states. God damn, that's like bold. That's bold. Let me see what you guys are saying. Terrell is saying Israel's military support for Azerbaijan is pretty much only about Azerbaijan being a Muslim country that recognizes Israel. Nope, that's not my guess. Think Israel. What's Israel's main number one fear? Giving you a hint. Why would Israel be meddling in Azerbaijan at all? Why would they be there? What's close to Azerbaijan that Israel cares about? What is Israel's main number one agenda right now when it comes to foreign policy? Here, I'm giving you all the hint that you want, okay? What is Israel's number one agenda when it comes to foreign policy? All right, Terrell saying, I was reading Jerusalem Post and there is opposition within Israel to the military support for Azerbaijan. Yeah, of course. Critics point to Armenian genocide as a precursor to the H word. I'm not going to say that. In fact, when I was in Israel, when I was at I'm going to just say it. God damn it, YouTube. No, I'm not going to say it, okay? The big H, okay? The big H. You don't know what I'm talking about? Just read on the screen. Last word of Terrell, okay? I know this guy's name, so I know his name is Terrell, okay? The big H, the gassy thing that happened at the end of, like, during World War II, where it comes to the Jews and the gays and the gypsies, okay? That thing, okay? When I was at I'm going to call it the big H, so please just know what I'm talking about. When I was at the Big H Museum in Jerusalem, was it in Jerusalem? Yeah, close. It was in Jerusalem. My guide Amir, which is a wonderful person by the way, who took us all over to Israel, one thing that he found ashamed about the Israeli government is the fact that they haven't recognized the Armenian genocide as a genocide. And a lot of people in Israel, given the history of Israel, they think that Israel should be ahead of other countries at recognizing the Armenian genocide as a genocide. And they found it shameful that they aren't, okay? I know I got a super chat. I'm going to get to it right away, but let me just read some other comments. British Pakistani atheist saying, Azerbaijan spent almost $5 billion on Israeli arms, including radar systems and drones. British Pakistani atheist is also saying, oh my God, we got two super chats. I'm going to read them, okay? I promise. Azerbaijan established ties with Israel soon after its post-Cold War independence in 1991. It's among a handful of Muslim-majority countries which have relations with Tel Aviv. Yeah, but Israel has ties with both Armenia and Azerbaijan, so these ties exist with both. But why in this conflict specifically? Why is Israel getting closer to Azerbaijan? There's another reason. Okay, but you guys have good points. No one said, there you go, Armin, my last £4. Wait, what do you mean your last £4? If that is your last £4, you shouldn't be giving it to us. God. Guys, make sure you do not support us financially if you're struggling financially. I really appreciate the super chats, but please do not support us financially if you're struggling in any way, okay? Oh, here, ding, 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 ding. Good answer. Good job, guys. Yes, you got some people. Yes. Iran. You guys got the answer. Iran. Okay, yep, but let me... Ex-Muslim Uzbek, just give us super chat, $5 super chat. Ex-Muslim Uzbek saying, before Azeris arrived in the area along with the Turks from Central Asia steppes, weren't Armenian there for thousands of years? It doesn't really matter. I don't think anybody's right to a land should be based on history, ancient history. Yes! Got it, British Pakistani atheist, got the full answer. I mean, I wouldn't phrase it like that, but that's the closest answer, okay? Israel wants Azerbaijan province to separate from Iran. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Well, I mean, whether they manage to separate or not, the thing is that whatever motivates internal struggles within Iran, Israel will back that up. Separatist movement will get the backing of Israel. Separatist movement within Iran will get the backing of Israel. And being on the side of the Azeris gets Israel closer to the Azeris in Iran. So you being close to the Azeris in Azerbaijan as a country gets you closer to this, the separatist movement. So this is what Israel is trying to get involved with. And this is why Israel is now backing anybody and anybody that is anti-Iran. Any movement that is anti-Iran. It doesn't matter if you're Shia, Sunni, Muslim, Christian. It doesn't matter. If you're against the Islamic Republic of Iran, Israel will somehow get involved and try to back you up. Thank you guys for the super chats, by the way. Terrell is saying, of course, Israel is concerned about Iran, and its support for Azerbaijan could also be because of that. But that overlaps a lot with Azerbaijan being a Muslim country, recognizing it. It doesn't matter to Israel anymore if you're Muslim or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Shia, if you're Sunni. Israel is getting close to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is Muslim. Israel is getting closer to United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, every goddamn country that is against. It's not about Shia, Sunni, Muslim, non-Muslim. Doesn't matter. If you're against Iran, Israel will support you. This is the number one concern with the foreign policy. British Pakistani say in France it is criminal offense to deny. Yeah, but guys, let's keep the comments. Oh, really? Armenia? Oh, I thought you were gonna say the big edge. No, even the Armenian genocide, you can't deny that in France. I don't think so. That's wow. That would be surprising. Anyways, let's continue with this video.
Nation, two states. What happens there, of course, is of direct concern to us. It affects, our borders. It affects our region.
It's got the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh looking for outside help too.
If there is also a direct involvement of Turkey, and I don't see that Turkey is going to pull out from the region, we have to somehow, change some geopolitical approaches of our state, further strengthen our relations with brother countries, Russia, United States, Iran, and China.
So how involved is Turkey in the actual fighting? Well, that's difficult to pin down. Azerbaijan's using military drones supplied by Turkey and Israel. And Turkey's accused of recruiting Syrian fighters to help against the Armenians, which Turkey and Azerbaijan flatly deny.
There is no evidence of the so-called Syrian fighters going to Azerbaijan or facilitated by us. There is evidence of Lebanese Armenian individuals, I guess, or militia, going there.
So what's in it for Turkey and Azerbaijan, beyond trying to get back what they see as Azeri land? Well, something to consider is that this region is rich in oil and gas. Pipelines snake across the region. Oil and gas make up 90% of Azerbaijan's exports. And as for Turkey, Azerbaijan is now its biggest supplier of natural gas. So understandably, any instability here is bad for business all around. Azerbaijan accuses the Armenians of attacking a major oil pipeline, which Armenia denies. One thing's for sure, Azerbaijan's oil and gas has come in handy.
That's given Azerbaijan the revenues to build up a new army after it had lost a humiliating defeat back in the 1990s.
The other reason Turkey and Azerbaijan say they support the offensive on Nagorno-Karabakh is that they think the dispute has been allowed to fester, and now is the time to resolve it once and for all.
Our main concern is to find a diplomatic solution to this. But as I said, for this peace to be sustainable, it needs to be based on a plan to end the occupation.
It's true that over the years there have been
So basically, no peace until we get it. Things turn out our way. This is what people say. Like, yeah, sure, let's have peace. After we win. that's the conditions. That's the condition. That's the condition for us to have peace. And the other side is like, yeah, okay, yeah, we're for peace too. After we win.
lots of negotiations. The UN's put out a bunch of resolutions to stop the fighting, and all the big international organizations have weighed in too, including something called the Minsk Group, led by Russia, France, and the United States. They came close to getting the two sides to agree on a peace plan in 2007, but it fell apart.
The two sides basically never really fully accepted that plan. They were always looking to see if they could just improve their options.
But like all the other plans so far, they've failed to overcome that deep mistrust.
Ateşkes olmasın. Onlar da reddolup geçsin, koysun Azerbaycan halkı dinmesin.
What are you saying, lady? I mean, come on, Al Jazeera, you have such a big budget. Why do you make me read this subtitle? Can you not have somebody narrate it with all the budget that you have?
That deep mistrust.
Ateşkes.
Ateş, I know ateş. Ateş means fire. We don't want a ceasefire. Oh yeah, ateş. Ateş bas. She said ateş bas. This is Persian words. Ateş means fire. Bas means enough. So ateş bas means ceasefire. I got you, lady. I understand you. We don't want a ceasefire. They must leave our lands. Oh, Jesus Christ, this lady, like, nope, no ceasefire. This lady wants war.
Olmasın.
She doesn't look like somebody that wants war, but okay. A resident of Azerbaijan.
Onlar da reddolup geçsin, koysun Azerbaycan.
They must leave and let our people live there in normal conditions. That's all we want.
Halkı dinmez dolansın. Ayrı bir şey istemiyorum.
A ceasefire is good.
Okay, so now we have a resident of Nagorno-Karabakh. She's saying a ceasefire is... Oh, well, see, we have narration here. I don't have to read this. A ceasefire is good.
Certainly good. But the problem must be solved. A ceasefire must solve the problem. That is our independence.
One can completely understand the Armenians saying that we are the majority population. We've lived here for centuries. We're surrounded by Armenian churches and cemeteries, and we don't trust Azerbaijan to rule over us. And you can also completely understand Azerbaijan saying to take away
By the way, watch when if Azerbaijan takes over, watch them do demographic engineering and repopulate the entire region with non-Christian, non-Armenians.
Nagorno-Karabakh is to kind of tear a massive...
You could get some... Yeah, never mind. Let's not give them ideas.
...chunk out of the middle of our territory, and that's completely unacceptable.
Both sides accuse each other of terrible things, massacres, ethnic cleansing, and taking land. So it's hard to make peace. Ceasefires only pause the fighting. They don't resolve it. And history has shown that.
All right, let's watch this video that shows... I found this one very interesting. Hold on, let's close this one. Because they didn't talk about Israel in that video. Israel is also involved here. So let's look at Israel a little bit. This one. By the way, this is not like a news. This guy has an agenda. This guy is like, this is a video by somebody. I found so interesting because the guy was. This is a butthurt video. I was like, what the hell, Israel? Why are you taking Azerbaijan's side? Like, hey, Israel, this video is... Here's the summary of this video. Hey, Israel, did you know Azerbaijan is Muslim? Oh my God. It's like, why are you... Israel, are you okay? This is the video. Israel, are you okay? Are you okay? Why are you not defending the Christians? Why are you defending the Azeris? So this is this video.
By selling arms to Azerbaijan, Israel is shooting itself in the foot, and the consequences will be dangerous. The ongoing armed conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia is turning out to be one of the most peculiar confrontations in the Middle East. What seems like a Turkey-backed Azerbaijan launching an assault on a Russia-backed Armenia is actually a complicated geopolitical issue riddled with contradictions. Take, for example, Israel. The Jewish homeland in West Asia is surprisingly supplying military assets to a Muslim-majority pro-Turkey Azerbaijan in the ongoing conflict over the Nagorno-Karabakh region.
And like, why is you see? I tell you, like Israel. Surprisingly, Israel supporting the Muslim majority pro-Turkey side.
For Israel supporting Azerbaijan whenever Baku and Yerevan cross swords has always made a lot of sense. Azerbaijani
Okay, wait, hold on, what? Okay, here.
and Yerevan cross swords has always made a lot of sense. Azerbaijani Turks are an ethnic minority in Iran.
See, this is why Israel is supporting. The Azerbaijani Turks are an ethnic minority in Iran.
And Tehran harbors a serious apprehension of Azerbaijani Turks developing separatist tendencies.
So here's a question for you guys.
Israel.
Why is Iran also supporting Azerbaijan? Why is Iran also supporting Azerbaijan? Israel is supporting Azerbaijan and Iran is supporting Azerbaijan. It was very weird. They had the officials from Azerbaijan, they flew to Tehran to talk about this conflict. And on state TV, on not just even state TV, they had on a TV station that was supposed to be, that was I think it was Taslim TV, which is like the IRGC TV, okay? It's like the news agency that is connected to the most conservative, the most authoritarian, the most Islamic part of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The guy from Azerbaijan flew to Tehran, looked at the camera, looked at the reporter, the Basiji connected reporter, and while on Iranian soil, and I know this is not shocking to you guys, this is shocking to me. If you guys would be shocked if you guys knew what's normal in Iran. On Iranian soil, the Azerbaijan guy, while coming out and getting the support of Iran's government, said, yeah, we're united with Israel in this conflict. We're getting their support. And I was like, are they gonna shoot him now? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, he's like on TV telling the Iranian people, like, yeah, we're back. I have the backing of Israel. Like, how that was aired on TV in Iran. Again, I know this is not shocking to you guys, but this is to me, this is strange times, everybody. These are strange times, okay? So both Iran and Israel are on the same side here. Okay, ex-Muslim Uzbek saying Iran wants to compete with Israel. Iran wants to be like, not let Israel use this as a way to create conflict in Iran, right? So Iran's government is kind of scared. British Pakistani is saying to stop the Azeri minority going against Iran. Yes, exactly. You guys both, ex-Muslim Uzbek and British Pakistani atheists, you guys are smart. To stop the Azeri minority against Iran and wanting to separate, the Azeris will be thinking, hold on a second, Iran is supporting our people. Wow, you have British Pakistani atheists, you actually did it better than me. It's also kind of might suggest the weakness of Iran to crush down all these separate movements. Like, I think Iran's government might be panicking. Iran's government might feel like because of all the sanctions by United States government, they're going to be less and less able to keep crushing all these uprisings from every goddamn corner of their borders. So they're maybe using a different tactic of sucking Azeri dick instead of like crushing them. And be like, hey, you guys, like, look, we can't be that bad. We're supporting the side that you want, right? So maybe they don't want this to be an excuse, because if Iran supported the Armenian side, the Azeris in Iran might have been like, have more excuses to be anti-Islamic Republic, and think the Iranian government might be like, yeah, this is right now not a very good time for more people to be angry with us. So this might be the reason. They're like, yeah, basically that might be what's happening. Might be, okay? Let's continue.
Israel has, of course, always tried to play up this situation by supporting Azerbaijan to wear down its long-standing enemy, Iran. But Israel must realize that geopolitics of the region has changed, and by supporting a Turkish ally, it is only shooting itself in the foot.
Okay, so this video is going to argue. This video is going to argue like, hey, if you want to be afraid of Muslims, okay, why is everybody just saying, boo, Iran, Iran, okay? This video is like, Hey, Turkey! Turkey is scary too! So this is what this video is trying to do, okay? But this video, I think, is very, very out of touch. This video is trying to scare Israel to be like, this video thinks Israel is anti-Muslim as a whole. Like, this video thinks like people are scared of Iran just because Iran is a Muslim country. The fact that Israel is anti-Iran and scared of Iran has very little to do with them being Muslim, okay? This is why Israel has really, like, in the past couple of years, this whole, like, Islam is scary narrative has died down from Israeli propaganda, especially given that they need Muslim allies against Iran, okay? So one interesting video I saw recently coming from some officials in Israel is that, you know what, Sunni Islam is not that bad. Sunni Islam is good. It's Shia Islam that we need to worry about, okay? So maybe that was like more of an anti-Iran narrative, but that was funny for me to see that. But I don't know, that doesn't work here because now they're supporting the Azeris. So like, it's not Shia Islam. Maybe they should make a new video. Say like, no, it's not Sunni Islam. It's not Shia Islam that's problem. Azeris, we said Shia Islam is a problem. No. It's just the Islamic Republic of Iran. It's just Iran. It's just Iran. Okay. Okay. All right, let's continue.
And even apart from the Iran factor, other motivations associated with an Israel-Azerbaijan partnership like oil for arms and recognition of a Jewish Israel by a Muslim majority country have also become anachronistic.
Oh, this is what you guys were saying. So you guys have a point as well. So it's Iran maybe is the main reason, but also having a Muslim ally that has oil like Azerbaijan gives more legitimacy to Israel. So that might also be a case, but I would say it's like a second, like a distant second.
The Gulf has come to embrace Israel with countries like...
Yeah, see, exactly. Like, do you think Israel has a problem with Islam now? Islamic countries? It's like getting closer and closer. Like, yeah, they're jerking each other off all the time. Iran has united Israel with almost every other Islamic country in the region,
like the UAE and Bahrain, establishing diplomatic ties with Israel. Thus, Azerbaijan should now be expendable for Israel. From Israel's point of view, the urge to support a potential Iranian enemy is not very difficult to understand. However, Israel has itself started understanding that Turkey is a bigger threat to the Jewish country.
What? That is an exaggeration. That's so wrong. This video is so wrong. Hold on, listen. So you're like, yeah, I understand. Israel, I understand. You're afraid of Iran and then you're taking positions based on your Iran threat. I understand. But, and this is the argument.
Difficult to understand. However, Israel has itself started understanding that Turkey is a bigger threat to the Jewish country.
How? How on earth do you think Turkey, again, I'm not a big fan of Turkey's government at all right now, okay? And yes, I understand that Turkey is doing expansionism and getting involved in a lot more politics outside of its borders than it used to. But how on earth can you ever argue that Turkey is a greater threat to Israel than Iran? Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Turkey and Israel, I understand that Erdogan goes and tries to be the champion of the Palestinian people, especially after the Arab countries have failed the Palestinian people, and the Turkey is trying to step in to be like the champion of Muslims, Sunni Muslims all around the world, and try to steal being on the side of Palestinians away from Iran. I understand that Turkey has done that. Turkey has a lot of anti-Israeli grandstanding and virtue signaling and pro-Palestinian. Like, they use the Palestinian narrative to get sympathy around the Muslim world because Turkey wants to be the leader of the Sunni Islamic world. Iran plays the Palestinians as well. Iran uses a Shia narrative in Shia Islamic countries, but when it comes to Sunni places, it tries to pretend like it's on the side of the Palestinians. Whenever it can't use whenever it can use Shia ideology to win the hearts and minds of the people outside of its borders, it uses the Palestinian cause as a way to do that. And Turkey is like, Iranians are Shia, right? And Palestinians are Sunni. We need to be the champions of where Saudi Arabia and other countries that are supposed to be the leaders of the Islamic world failed, we're going to use the Palestinian cause as a way for us to pretend that we are the leaders of the Islamic world, right? And use that influence around the world. So Turkey, I understand that Turkey is trying to do that, but to be fair, compared to Iran, it's just propaganda. When it comes to anti-Israeli positions that Turkey has, when it comes to execution, they have trade deals with Israel. It's just talk. It's just talk. Iran is the only country that follows the talk with actual actions. Turkey just does grandstand. That doesn't do anything. Turkey is like, yeah, Israel bad, Palestine good, Israel bad, Palestine good, while they have trade agreements with Israel. And, the Palestinian people see that. When I was in Palestine, even atheist Palestinians were saying, yeah, we love Iran because they're the only people the only country that is supporting us. Even atheist Palestinians told me that they love the Islamic Republic of Iran because the only country that is truly and meaningfully supporting them, financially, militarily, or whatever, right? So how on earth can you argue that Turkey is a greater threat to Israel than Iran's government? I don't understand that. Let's see what you guys are saying. You guys didn't... Okay, good. Nothing much here. Hey, let's continue.
In fact, according to the Times, the head of Israel's intelligence agency Mossad, Yossi Cohen, recently said...
By the way, Mossad, if you're watching this, Mossad, call me. I have some ideas. Mossad, call me. I have some ideas on how to attack, how to do take some positions against Iran culturally, and ideas how to spread some ideas in Iran that would be very much against the Islamic Republic. I'm telling you, your strategy sucks. Okay? Call me. I have some great ideas. Mossad, you're listening. Call me.
He said that Turkey is a bigger threat than Iran while talking to his Egyptian, Emirati, and Saudi counterparts. And Cohen didn't exaggerate the Turkish...
Wait, what did he say?
Israel's intelligence agency Mossad, Yossi Cohen, recently said that Turkey is a bigger threat than Iran while talking to his Egyptian, Emirati, and Saudi counterparts.
You guys are morons.
And Cohen didn't exaggerate the Turkish threat. Riding on Recep Tayyip Erdogan's neo-Ottoman ambitions, Ankara...
Yeah, neo-Ottoman ambitions. As opposed to Iran's Shia empire ambitions. Like, you were like, oh yeah, Erdogan has new Ottoman ambitions. Yeah. And Iran has, take your pick, Safavid or Sassanid ambitions, depending on who they're talking to, whether it's the anti-Islam nationalists. Well, we're gonna bring that the Sassanid Empire. Oh no, you like a Shia empire? We're gonna bring the Safavid Empire. So, the unfortunate thing for Iran is that they have two different empires. One is Shia, and one is pre-Islamic, and their people are split on which one they want to cheer for. I mean, the ones that do want empire building. But Turkey doesn't have to worry about that, because the time when Turkey was an empire, it was a Sunni empire, and they're Sunni now. So they don't have to, like, the narrative that doesn't have to be split. Wait, what is happening?
Has been constantly trying to harm Israel. Recently, Turkish president and wannabe caliph Erdogan...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Turkey's president and wannabe caliph, again, all these things that you're saying about Turkey is more true about Iran. So Turkey wants to have more influence outside of its borders, and Iran controls the Lebanese government, controls Iraq's government, controls Syria's government, controls Yemen's government. All of these countries have turned into Iran's proxies. And you're like, oh, Erdogan wants to bring back the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, that's what they dream about. Something that Iran has achieved. What is this like? And also, Jerusalem is our city, a city from us. Jerusalem is already split between Muslims and Jews. So this is not a new narrative. This is a narrative by the entire Islamic world. You're like, oh, look, Erdogan wants to do empire building by saying something that all Muslims have been saying from the beginning of this conflict. Like, is this your anti-Turkey fear-mongering? Iran says that in the entire... Compare this to what Iran's government said, that Israel needs to be wiped off the map. You're like, oh yeah, Israel, you need to be more worried about Turkey. They say Jerusalem is our city. So what does that mean? That means if they get Jerusalem, they would be happy. Is that what Iran says? Do you think Iran would be happy if they get Jerusalem? Do you think that would be enough for them? They openly say, no, all of Israel needs to be wiped out. That's what they say. So even your fear-mongering, if you compare it to Iran's government, it doesn't work. Iran is like, again, I don't say this as a fan of Erdogan. Fuck Erdogan and his Ottoman Empire ambitions. But this is nothing close to the threat of Iran.
Went as far as saying Jerusalem is our city, while referring to the 4 centuries long Ottoman rule over Jerusalem. Erdogan said, in this city, which we had to leave in tears during the First World War, it is still possible to come across traces of the Ottoman...
What? In this city, which we had to leave in tears during the First War, it is still possible to come across traces of the Ottoman resistance. So Jerusalem is our city, a city from us, Erdogan said. Yeah, okay, compare this to what, again, I already answered this. Compare this to what the Iranian officials say.
Resistance. So Jerusalem is our country, a city from us. For Israel, there cannot be a bigger security threat than a Turkish president claiming Jerusalem as a part of his neo-Ottoman ambitions.
Yeah, unlike the Iranian government who wants to do complete genocide on the Israelis.
But what is Turkey doing in Azerbaijan? It is following the same neo-Ottoman ambitions which go as far as claiming Jerusalem. For Turkey,
by the way, YouTube, these are not stuff that I'm endorsing. Okay, I love everybody here in Israel. I do not know violence. I'm just stating Iranian's government's position. Please, please, please do not. I know your algorithm is stupid, so I don't know what to tell your algorithm. Beep boop. I don't know what to tell your algorithm to understand that none of this whole genocide stuff, none of this whole wiping countries out part, none of that was me expressing any of these desires. I was just telling people in my live chat, the wonderful people in the live chat, what the Iranian officials' positions are. Okay, so please have mercy on this channel, guys. Oh my god.
Azerbaijan-Armenia conflict.
Guys, please subscribe to our newsletter. Link in the description. So if we ever get wiped out of YouTube, I can still reach you somehow. Okay, link to our guys, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free book. You get my book, Why There Is No God. You get that for free. So subscribe to our newsletter to get the free copy of Why There Is No God. Okay.
Has a Central Asia link. Turkey lacks a direct link to Central Asia, and the only roadblocks are Armenia and the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. Attacking Armenia and taking control of the Nagorno-Karabakh region is therefore a part of Erdogan's dreams to unite the Turkic world from Central Asia to Turkey under Ankara's leadership. Even from a strategic...
And why is that a threat to Turkey?
Standpoint,
why is that a threat to Israel? Why is that a threat to Israel?
Israel is not supposed to be helping Turkey realize its ambitions of uniting the Turkic world, because that would be
okay, you're delusional. Victor is saying, I think you're being naive. I'm almost sure a Turkish occupation would be as genocidal as Iranian occupation. Yeah, you think? Yeah, you are delusional. I'm sorry, you are delusional. You are the delusional one here.
The beginning of Erdogan's neo-Ottoman ambitions, which would pose a serious threat to Israel itself. For Israel helping Armenia to weaken down Turkey.
Armenia is India's natural ally, and India must go all out to help it in its war with Turkey and Azerbaijan. Okay, Armenia, Armenia is India's natural ally, but another Indian's ally is Israel right now. So I don't know if India wants to go up against Israel.
Is a much better.
I'm almost sure. I'm almost sure that India would care about its relationship with Israel right now more than with a tiny country.
Deal than thinking that Azerbaijan would debilitate Iran. And then if Israel thinks that Azerbaijan will help Israel as an ally, it is grossly mistaken. Azerbaijan is an Islamic revivalist nation that would remain Turkey's lackey for a long time to come. Baku will not choose.
So this guy considers the fact that Azerbaijan is Islamic as a warning. Israel, hey, Azerbaijan is Islamic and it's going to remain Islamic.
Israel over Turkey, if and when asked to make a choice. Azerbaijan has been looking to backstab Israel already. Baku has deepened its Iran ties, even though the fulcrum of Israel.
So basically, yeah, this Baku has deepened its Iran ties. This is like basically both Israel and Iran are sucking off Azerbaijanis to be like, we're your allies. No, we're your allies. No, like that's basically what's happening, right? They're both competing against, and Azerbaijan is enjoying it. Like, both sides are supporting Azerbaijan, even though they're mortal enemies. They both are trying to convince Azerbaijan that the other side is evil.
Israel-Azerbaijan relationship is battling a common enemy in Iran. The supply of Israeli arms to Azerbaijan didn't stop Baku. For example,
the supply of Israeli arms to Azerbaijan didn't stop Baku for
example, selling 10% stake in its major oil pipelines to Tehran.
Okay, why would Azerbaijan do that? What the hell? Like, yeah, sure. Like, hey, we have money coming into our country from Iran, but we got weapons from Israel, so we're not going to make all this money? Like, yeah, why would Azerbaijan not make money?
Pipelines to Tehran. Iran itself has been looking to expand cooperation with Azerbaijan.
Yeah, especially because Israel is getting involved, so Iran is like, we need to make sure that Azerbaijan doesn't become our enemy. Guys, think about this. If Azerbaijan wants to poke at Iran, it's going to be so easy for them to do that because there's a lot of Azeris in Iran. So Iran is like, Azerbaijan, please don't become our enemies. Look, we're supporting you, because it's so easy for Azerbaijan to really make things difficult for Iran. And then Iran is noticing like Israel is showing up in their backyard and be like, hey, Azerbaijan, let's be friends. So Iran is like scared. Iran is like, no, Azerbaijan, no, we're friends. So basically, this makes sense.
Azerbaijan and Hassan Rouhani, the president of Iran himself, considers better ties with Azerbaijan a priority.
Yeah, because of the influence of Israel and how easy it's going to be for Israel to use Azerbaijan against Iran.
Amidst the ongoing conflict too, Iranian officials have expressed support for Baku. So what has Israeli arms supply to Azerbaijan achieved? Baku hasn't really gone out of its way to harm Iran to thank Israel for its support.
Why would they do that? So Azerbaijan is obviously going to play both. This is exactly what people do if they're being strategic. You have two countries trying to compete for your attention, and you play both sides against each other. This is a classical move in history. It happens every time. You don't fully go on one side. You keep making each side give you more so that you don't fully go on the other side. This is a smart game, smart play, and Azerbaijan is playing that game. Matteo, thank you so much, Matteo, for the wow, $10 Australian super chat. We got a big super chat, guys, a big one. Matteo, you better be rich or you shouldn't be giving us this many super chats. Matteo gave us and said nothing but a heart. Love for you too, Matteo. 10 Australian dollars. Big super chat. Thank you, Matteo. And look, AGA and Soha is like saying thank you to Matteo as well. Yeah. Guys, by the way, if you ever become a world leader and you see that two countries are competing for your interest, two countries like, scared of some other country becoming close to you, and that's why they're getting close to you, never fully go on one side, okay? Never be like, oh, okay, you guys are giving me, like, always keep them guessing. Always scare them. Like, hey, you give me this? Well, you have to give me more because look what the other side is doing. The other side is helping. I'm going to go. And then you go to the other side like, oh, my God, look what the other side is. Maybe I'm going to get closer to them. So this is what you do, right? So, I mean, yeah, Azerbaijan is playing it smart here.
For its support. Ultimately, if Azerbaijan gets an upper hand over Armenia, Turkey will become stronger, and then Turkey and Azerbaijan would form an anti-Israel axis.
As opposed to the already existing axis of Iran and all its proxies.
Israeli arms are thus creating a threat for Israel itself. It is now for Israel to realize that it is shooting itself in the foot by helping Azerbaijan, which is becoming more and more of a Turkish client state. Israel.
No, I mean, come on. Israel. You're basically telling Israel to focus on a hypothetical long-term threat as opposed to the immediate threat that is Iran's government. Like, yeah, sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
Israel, therefore, should remodel its Caucasus strategy and befriend Armenia as against Azerbaijan.
Nope. Wrong answer. Wrong. This video is wrong, but interesting nonetheless. Actually, anyway, because look at this, guys. I'm going to give this video a like just to motivate you guys to like the video that you're watching as well, okay? So, and I'm going to also subscribe to this channel. And I'm also going to show you how easy it is to hit the bell button and then select all when you hit the bell button, okay? I just showed you guys for all the people who are watching this right now and haven't done that. I just wanted to do that to show you how easy it was. It really helps this channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Anyways, we went over 1 hour, so I'm going to try to end this here and now. We are going to have a Q&A. I know I haven't been brought people up to talk via audio, but we will have a full-on Q&A very soon where our members get to come and just talk to me via audio. So that's going to happen soon. And that's going to be only dedicated to bringing members up and just talk, okay? So we are going to have that, okay? I promise. Let me just look at a few more comments before we go. Turo saying, this guy cannot even pronounce Israel correct. I can't pronounce a lot of crap, so I'm not gonna. There's a lot of stuff that I can't pronounce here. You guys have been very good. You don't make fun of me. I thought the live chat would be making more fun of me with my pronunciation, but it's weird that you haven't. British Pakistani atheist saying, I'm sure the Israeli military elite have not thought things through and will listen to a random Indian YouTube channel instead. Okay. No, yeah, Israel's intelligence knows what it's doing. Yeah, AJ saying if you're struggling financially, just liking and subscribing, sharing and leaving a comment after the live stream helps Atheist Republic, helps the channel grow. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you, AJ. That it does. It really does. So please don't please don't support us financially. Please do not support us financially if you're struggling financially. Just like and subscribe and hit the bell button. If you're watching this later when the live stream is not on, maybe leave a comment. It really does help. Last comment two more comments I'm going to read. Thanks for this video. It really gave me a lot of information. Oh, thank you, RT. And Terrell is saying, come on, Armin, give yourself some credit. When you have difficulty with pronunciation, you Google to figure it out. Hey, okay, thank you. Oh yeah, sure. I'm okay with taking credit. I'll take it. I'm not going to deny credit. Afshin is saying, leave Armin's speech alone. People, they do this on the Farsi channel too. It matters. It matters. Oh yeah, they make fun of me. And the Persian Atheist Republic's Persian channel, people make fun of my accent a lot more than the English channel. Yeah, the Persians are more brutal with the way I speak, and then the English channel. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. AJ, well, one more comment. AJ saying I learned more than I knew before, which wasn't much. Okay, well, I'm glad I could help. If you disagree with anything I said, please leave a comment once the live stream is over. And guys, please subscribe and please contact Mossad and tell them that I need their support as well. Okay, I want some of the Zionist money to help this channel. What else? Yeah, that's it.